right, now when's the last time Jay Snip, your pal, came out here and tooted his own horn about something crypto or anything? I don't typically toot my own horn. But last night, I'm sitting in the crypto cave, my man cave, and I'm looking at some crypto stuff, looking at charts. You know, Populous PPT has not been to the price it's at or was at last night in such a long time. I couldn't believe how low it was. All the FUD and everything about whatever, doesn't matter. And as I'm just sitting there, and I didn't concentrate on it, I left it alone, looked at some other cryptos, the main ones I'm looking at: Theta, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, whatever, Redcoin, just kind of doing my thing. And I just got this nagging feeling inside. Populous. Go back to Populous. I go back to Populous. 61 cents, 60 cents, 61 cents, 60 cents. Just playing around. Not too much volume. I mean, all exchanges combined, I think $1 million in volume had been like the recent kind of a thing going on there. I'm just looking at on the coin market cap right now. 2 million, 1 to 2, 1 point something to 2 million, 1.8, 1.6. Last few days, 1.6, 1.5. Well, I say last few days. That was actually, last few hours. But it's an average of 24 hours, anyways, as you move your mouse on coin market cap. Just to give you an idea, I'm just going to share this real quick. So this was yesterday. 63 cents, 60. Again, I was talking last night at about 7 p.m. I think 8 p.m. It was like 61 cents when I was doing a video for my patrons about the Cobra update, Woo Woo Friend, small update there, and then myself. I said in my own update's about Populous, and I'm like, it's only had little, not too much volume, 1 point something if you look over the last few days, and it's been hovering in that 60 something cent range, whatever. So I'm like, let's go back a little further. How about 3 months ago? It's still on a steady decline. It's interesting. How about year to date? 1 year ago, same story. And this thing was how much? $6 in August of last year. $7. Populous. You realize I bought Populous at like just maybe slightly under 60 cents when I initially bought it. Wasn't it 30 or 40 something cents on the ICO? I sold for $4.50, $5. Thought I killed it, and it went to 70. Oh my God! One of the ones I missed. I didn't miss it. How do you miss it when you make 6 or 8 or 10 times your money? I didn't exactly miss that, but I've certainly missed making 100 times my money or whatever, kind of a thing. But that's all right. Yeah, it's crypto. But even back then at $6, which is a year ago, July 8th, a year ago, $6 million in volume. Okay. 3 million, dropping rapidly, 3, 4, 5, keep going down. And we just stayed in this little, 1 to 2, and even down here, I think there's 500,000 on that day, back in December. Now, this was the low. This was the low when Litecoin was 22, 23, Bitcoin Cash, I think, was 71, Bitcoin 3,100. So everything should be puking here. The whole market did, by the way. If you look at all the cryptos, you'll see they pretty much hit their bottoms too. However, we've gone twice as far down now, 50% drop of the price you see here, $1.20, in the coming or following months, last 6 months, June, July. Here we are, 60 cents. So this thing is nagging me last night. Nagging me so much that I had like deja vu of when I had the EOS moment. Back last, that might have been 2017 or 18. It was 2017 that I got into it, to EOS, so we had to wait a while because it was a year-long ICO. But remember, it got down to, let's see, that was 2017. So it was in this range right here. It had the initial ICO came out. It was a year-long ICO, but again, how when it first comes out, everything pumps. It gets to nearly $5, $4.58. Settles back down, $1, $2, whatever. And then I'm watching it. I'm not sitting here watching this thing going down to like 50, 60 cents. And it was right in here when it was 60 cents. And I just have this feeling inside that I couldn't ignore. Maybe some kind of intuition I have that I just don't realize I have sometimes. I don't know. Because it doesn't come that often, I can tell you that much. But when it does, I follow it, and I did here. And I ultimately sold this coin for $10. Now you can see the high when everything was pumping pretty good. This thing got up to like $20. This is right when Michelle White Dove was saying, guys, take your profits. Specifically on EOS, don't be scared to take your profits. You got to take some profits. In her first White Dove report, I think it was. The very first one, I think she did. Maybe it was the second one. I thought it was the first one. And I didn't listen either. No, I want to look a little higher. It kept going down. By $10, I was out. Give me my money. I can't, I'm in at 60 cents. Give me my freaking money, $10. You know what I mean? And it did all this thing, back up, back down, whatever. Here we are today at 5, whatever it is, EOS. So all I'm telling you is I had that gut feeling here, and I followed it. And then sold out somewhere, whatever, I think $10-something range. So that's EOS. Populous. Let's go to Populous. Currently up 34%. However, it topped out last night, or early in the morning, if you will, at, 88, 89 cents roughly, which was a 49% gain from the time I gave this call. And all I said was, look, I'm having feelings here with PPT, regardless of whether this thing, is it going to fail, is it not going to fail? My woo-woo friend thinks we're going to see cliff high numbers again, big time, with Populous. And not too far from now. Months and months, I would say. But, whatever. And I'm like, I just got, we can get in at 60 cents. We can get in at 60 cents, 61 cents. So I'd give the call last night that I'm going to do this because I'm having feelings like my last time with EOS. I'm going to be honest, I had no idea, right? I'm not going to say, I knew this was going to rally the next day. I'm so awesome. No, I didn't. I did not know that Populous was going to go from 60 cents to nearly 90. 89 or 88 point something, almost 90 cents. 49% gain the next day. Now, granted, some people took profits. It's obvious. However, it's still up 34%. Theta Fuel, for whatever reason, is up 15% at, basically a penny, almost a penny there. Whatever. So I'm just going to say the same thing to everyone else. I know I have Patreon. People pay to be in there and all that. But I can't help myself sometimes for just, if I feel strongly about something, wanting to tell everybody else about it because I just feel like we're all in this together. And even at 81 cents, for God's sakes, where it's at right now, 82, 83, where is it at? 82.6, 82.5 cents. Like, the numbers that Woo-Woo Friend thinks are coming, I'll be honest, you could probably be in at $5 and you'd be real happy if what she thinks is happening happens. And I do have to say if, because none of this is for certain. There's a risk in everything. And I'm not giving you financial advice. But I can tell you what I did. I can tell you what Snip just did a little while ago. Bought some PPT. And I told my guys and girls on Patreon, this is what I think. My Woo-Woo Friend update, here's that. Not related to Populous per se. Here's the Cobra guy, a little update with just the market in general. He acknowledges Litecoin is going to be a force to be reckoned with, but he says Bitcoin Cash, in his mind, it's such a for sure thing, he can't risk anything else, even though he thinks, it's probably going to be real good, and our data even shows some of this other stuff will do good. We feel like we have knowledge Bitcoin Cash is going to be many, many, many multiples from the price when he first gave it to me of $125. We're at $400 as I'm talking to you, of course, but more is coming than that. But that's why he's stuck on Bitcoin Cash. So I did a little update on that, and I'm just sitting there and I said, guys, I just got to tell you, EOS, 60 cent, I'm having the same kind of feeling, the same thing right now with this. I don't care what it does or doesn't do or how long it takes right now. This price, where it's at right now, and again, you look at the chart, and it's just gone down when everything else has turned around. And maybe it's part of the FUD stuff, whatever. It doesn't matter. Here's the good news. Right now, those who got in could be getting out for 30. Right now it's 34%. 34% profit the next day. Could you imagine getting into a stock or any damn thing and turning around? Forget you missed a 50% move, 49% move in the middle of the night last night while you were sleeping. Forget that. It's still 34% now. Grab some profit. You could do that. Just in case Populous doesn't actually perform like my woo-woo friend, Cliff High, whatever, myself thinks coming in the future. Because maybe it won't. Maybe something happens and it crashes and burns. So what I'm saying is there's an opportunity right now for anyone who's been in this thing for a little while, as in the last night, at least my patrons, to get out, take your profit, and put it into something else, if you want. I'll be honest, like I am, always am, I'm not. I'm going to ride this one. It was just like when I got into Dent Coin for fractions of a fraction of a penny. And said, I'm not even going to look at this thing because they're going to build out this network of, phone credits so you can do roaming data cheap by using their Dent coins. Somebody emails me one day, Joe, you mentioned something about getting into Dent. You haven't talked about it in a long time. Well, yeah, because I forgot about it. It's one of those ones I'm not going to look at for a while. He goes, but if you got some, and I think you did, you may want to look at the price today. And I went and looked at the price. And I always told myself, if it gets to 1 penny, I'm out 100%, I'm selling out. Now, in between my thought process of having that, which was initially when I first got it, oh my God, if it gets to a penny, I'll make many, many, many multiples. It was a fraction of a penny. But I'd been in a couple of coins, one Populous, that went to $70, came back down, realized I missed that. I sold out at $5 or $4 something, almost $5. And PayPal, I had a little trade bag of PayPal. I still have a bunch of PayPal, by the way. But I had some that I was trading at the time. And because I got out of it and then got back into it, like completely out and then back into it. And so it wasn't actually a trade bag of the PayPal. It was the full amount of PayPal. I got completely out and then got back in it later. But when I got out, I made a nice profit. I think it was a 3x profit, maybe a little more than that. And then it went up significantly more, and I missed it again because I missed it. And then when it came back down, I ended up getting back in it, and I've been sitting on it ever since. So I realized then, man, don't ever sell out of everything, even when you're making a big trade on something, because they tend to sometimes go higher than you, like way higher than you might think. So fast forward to this damn Dent coin getting to not only a penny, it was 3 cents when he told me this guy. What the, holy shit. I'm selling out. I was ready to sell at a penny. I'm selling out. And I was like, no, wait. Don't forget what happened last time, Snip, twice. You did good. Pat yourself on the back. But it could have been phenomenal if you just waited a little bit longer. Okay, I told myself, turn the emotions off. I'm going to sell 25% of my Dent coin. And what did I have? I had $2,500 worth of Dent was my initial investment. Whatever the hell that was, whatever it equaled. It's roughly $2,500. When I sold out 25% of it at 3 cents, that was the equivalent of around $38,000. And that's why I think it was 2018. My taxes sucked. I had to pay some money in taxes, let me tell you. But I told myself, hold on, don't do it. And then I watched it go from 3 cents to 4 cents, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now my ego's getting in the way that I typically don't have. I'm pretty good at not letting that shit get in the way, the emotional thing, And I had to think, okay, now I'm looking at what it equals. The remaining amount equals. Now, had I not sold out at 3 cents, my 25%, and I would have waited the whole time until 10 cents, I could have paid my freaking house off that I only owned for a couple months, 2-3 months at the time. Just got the house paid off, done. In just Dent coin. That's how much that $2,500 would turn in at 10 cents. Oh my God, I could pay the whole house off. But I already sold 25% at 3 cents. So now 10 cents won't quite do it. But 13 cents will. And I just saw it at 3 cents, ratchet all the way up to 10 cents pretty quickly. Certainly it's going another 30%, 10 times 3 cents, 10 cents times, times 30% is 3 cents. Surely it could go up 30 more percent, And then I've got bragging rights, right? Ego, whatever. I got bragging rights. Guys, I just bought this house a few months ago, as you know. And it's the most expensive house I've ever bought or lived in my life, thanks to crypto. But it wasn't paid off. I just came up with a nice down payment on it with crypto. I just paid my house off with Dencoin, guys. All in one. So I got all my other cryptos. This was just Dencoin. Like, imagine the story, the bragging rights on that. And that's what got me. My wife is being more level-headed, Joe. It's at 10 cents right now. You don't need that much more for it to go higher. Just sell a little bit of some of the other ones. Just all of the ones you have, take a little tiny percentage across all of them and make up the difference, pay the house off. I'm like, well, it's not just that. I have to pay the taxes on that, on the income, so I need to actually sell more than what the house is worth so I can cover the taxes too. Not that it really mattered. I could have done what she said. And I'm like, and I want bragging. I want to do this on just that coin. One coin I want to use for this. And then we saw it crash. 9 cents, 6 cents, 3 cents, 1 cent. Oh, crap. And that's the whole market was doing that, by the way, over the next, coming months. And at that point, I'm like, all right, I got to get out of Dencoin. At a penny, which my remaining 3/4 that I had or whatever, or 75%, equaled about $40,000 or 42. Remember, I sold 25% at 3 cents, 75 or so percent at 1 cent. So, not that I'm upset about that move, but damn it, that could have been my house paid off. Again, we've learned a lesson in crypto. 2017, those of us who are OGs, 2017, you're an OG. 2018, some people got in 2018. Some people are getting in now. You're not an OG yet, but you will be at some point. Just because you will be when you live through a massive spike and then a crash. But you learn, don't be an effing idiot. Who cares about the little bragging rights? My house could be paid off right now. I could be paying nothing on this mortgage and still have, plenty of crypto to play with it later after the fact because I would have sold out some of them at the all-time high, And look, no use crying over spilled milk, right? So we've learned lessons. We understand, okay, we got to take profits when we need to take profits. Don't be an idiot, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to capitalize on that. So like I said a little while back, I said this time around, my mindset isn't where it was in 2017 where, why sell this much crypto out of, a bucket? Why sell this much crypto when I can sell this much crypto and pay my house off and blah, 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 my debt? I think I will sell this much crypto this coming time just to have this house and stuff paid off, my wife's mind at ease, that God forbid something happens to the JSNP, at least she doesn't have a freaking house payment, mortgage payment, and, that kind of thing. So I think I'm going to be a little bit conservative this time around, and by conservative, I mean not waiting for super, super highs to come, just letting them get pretty good and then just deal with the house. I'll still have some crypto left over, not as much as I would have if I would have waited for the super high prices. But again, my wife's peace of mind is important to me, so that's what I'll ultimately do at some point here. And I'll probably make the announcement, like, guys, this is unbelievable, blah, 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 I'm out right now, and that's it. So, anyways, I wanted to share this video with you because I'm telling you what I'm doing. I feel like the whole market is getting ready to move up. So does Move Friend, of course, does too. It's like part 2 is coming. Matter of fact, let me just go to the actual market on CoinMarketCap and just kind of show you as soon as it loads up, kind of sort of what I'm thinking. And I mentioned this in my video last night as well to my patrons. It's a private video right here. Okay, so we've seen actually I think this would be a better view of it, trading view. If you just go to trading view, hit crypto right here in the center, this is a kind of a good look. So if you see this right here, we had kind of a parabolic rise right here. We had a bit of profit taking, a little bit more back down again. Then we started off on part 2 of a really powerful uptrend here, skyrocketing actually, if you really think about it. And now it's doing the same thing. This profit taking up, down, up, down, up, down, sideways, whatever. Nice little peaks, nice drop offs, whatever. Basically, this has happened twice right now this year. And we think it's going to happen at least again this year, at least, in other words, at least twice again this year. Not that I can tell you where the prices will be at this point, but expect another one of these and this kind of thing happening, these two things happening. So it might be the second one. Again, we think there'll be at least 2, where I say, all right, guys, I love you, I'm out. I love you, I'm out, house is paid off. It might be the next one coming. Because if Bitcoin gets to 20K, 25K on the next one, not even the second one we think is coming this year, then where do you think the rest of the market's going to be at? And some of that money that goes to Bitcoin will come out and go into these altcoins at some point. I may be telling you, oh yeah, when this little decent rally comes, but maybe I'm sitting on a coin or two that when this little rally comes where I'm, oh, you know what, let me take a bunch of my crypto to pay the house off, still have some, but, get this out of the way. And I'm actually saying, guys, when I said that to you back on July the 6th, that was my plan, but a good thing happened. Something came out of left field, and this one or two coins that I was sitting on has gone ballistic. Even though the rest of the market was looking pretty decent to where I was ready to scrape some off that and go ahead and pay the house off. Now I get more crypto than I thought I was going to have, waiting patiently, and then this little thing happened, like a move today where something goes up 30, 50% or something all out of nowhere. What if a couple of coins do that? And these particular coins had already been up multiple, so you're sitting on a nice chunk of money already, and then it doubles or, triples real quick. And then you're like, oh, wow, okay, well, I can scrape a good bit out of those, a little bit out of the rest of my bag, and then, kind of like the dent story my wife was telling me, just take a little bit out of the rest of them and pay the house off with the big one being dent. Should have listened, should have, could have, would have. But again, your mind, the opposite side of that is, what if the markets kept going? Like when I was ready to get out of dent at a penny. Imagine if I did that and then watched it go to 3 cents and then got sick to my stomach watching it go to 10 cents. Oh my God, I only made, $12,000. I could have made, 100 or 200 or, 10 cent. It could have been, $400,000 or $500,000. But I got out at 20,000. Well, how much did you get into it? 2,500. Dude, what are you upset about? Well, because it could have went to $500,000. That's why. Right? So that's where your mind is. Oh, it's going to go higher. And typically they do if you're patient enough. So now we have to wait. We have to be patient because those numbers are going to come back. So now we got to wait for it. And it might be a year, 2 years, 3 years or whatever for some of these coins, which we're already into that. It's a year and a half now since the bottom. So do we only have a year left? Less than that? Again, we think this year could be absolutely explosive. Brand new all-time highs for Bitcoin and then some. Not just a little bit. Not just, oh, we hit 25K. Whoa. No, that's the start of it. That's the start of one of those little moves I was just talking to you about. One of two. And I say one of two, but there could be more than two. We think there's at least two coming. And they'll be parabolic like that. Little sell-off, sideways, some potential trading action in that time frame. Then it does it again. We're thinking a red coin move is going to be in there as well. Stellar. I mean, all your coins are going to be in there. The main ones, at least I talk about from time to time. But guys, it's going to get good. It's already good for some people right now. Like, oh yeah, hey, even me. I mean, I'm in 2017. Most of my Litecoin was gotten at in the 40s, 40 cents. I mean dollars. Sorry, $40 range, $42 range, and then it came down. But it's already back to, what is it today? 100 and, where's Litecoin? $120 right now. What's 4 times 3? 12. 120. 3 times my money last from 2017. I'm not real upset about that, believe me. But what if Litecoin's 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200 bucks here? And dare I say, some of those numbers, maybe all of them, before we get out of this year, 6 months from now? It sounds absurd, doesn't it? But hold on. Litecoin was 25 bucks, 22, 23, but we'll say 25 in December. January, February, March, April, May, June, we just hit July, 7 months. But in 6 months, last month, Litecoin was, wasn't it touching like 150, 140 something? 148 on June 21st, approximately. 148 on June 21st or 22nd. Okay? That's a good amount of money. But if it's going up many multiples, you're probably wondering, well, $600, $800, come on, Joe. All right, well, where's it at today? 120. If it goes up 4 times the value, 4 times 120, so if it'd be 480, right? We'll call that 500 bucks. Is that you know? And again, what's another $100? $600. So maybe 6 times, 4, 5, 6 times. Did I just tell you it was 25, 22, 23 on the low in December? But it hovered around the 25, 26. Like it wasn't just a quick dip down like the 22, 23 was and then back up. It hovered around there. You had days to get in and get out if you wanted to, buy some at 25. So at $25 times 6, right? So 25 times 4 is 100, times 5 is 125, times 6 is 150. You're just about there at 142. That's a 6x in 6 months from the bottom. Can we do a 6x from today's price? Why not? And if the bull market really hasn't kicked in, where FOMO is driving the shit out of people, and it's going to, then where do you think the prices are going to go? That's when we peak up. Oh, I got $800 back down to $500, $600. Whoa, what was that? Oh, $1,200, $900. Whoa, that kind of explosive move. We really think it's coming. We really do. So again, I'm glad about this populist thing. Whether you're in it now or not, that's your business. I come out and I say what I do a lot of times. I keep some of it private. Patreon. Brother's got to have a job these days. I'm fading out from my main job. I gotta keep private things over there. Some information, but I will come out from time to time and talk about it. Now, granted, I'm talking about it after the fact, so you're probably the freebies out there. Hey, oh man, wish you would have told us last night, Joe. I know, I feel for you, but a brother's gotta I can't give everything away for free and then expect everyone to stay on Patreon and keep paying me over there. They're just, well, Joe, I could put this $20 a month into crypto if I wanted to. Why you're giving away for every single thing right on time on YouTube away for free? So why? Obviously I'm not shooting myself in the foot, but hey, it's a great move on Populous. Let's see where it goes. It may come back down again. All the profit taking, it may come back down to where it was, 60, 70 cents. Who knows? But again, God, that's so low. This thing inside me was just eating at me. Oh, you got to get some. Go do a video. Tell your patrons, man. This is something they probably would want to know. And I did. And I'm not gonna say I was expecting it the next day. Oh, get ready for a rally tomorrow, guys. I was not expecting it that fast. So not only that ain't enough for me. I want the 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, whatever, 20, 50 dollars coming to Populous. That's what I want. I missed the 70 move last time. Got it at $5. Not gonna make that mistake again. And it may just mean a matter of waiting a certain amount of time, more than you thought you'd have to wait or whatever. But one thing about cryptos is sometimes they can surprise you, like Dentcoin did, and go higher quicker than you thought and catch you off guard. That's a good thing. So your monkey mind isn't in the way, getting in your own way of making some serious money. So anyways, I leave you with this. Hey, wish everybody luck out there, everybody in crypto, whether you're in the same cryptos I'm in or not. It doesn't matter. We're all in this together. We got to stick together, right? Stake in a room. And that's about it. So we'll see what the market does. My woo-woo friend, again, she thinks it's getting this next leg up of like rocket booster move with the market is coming soon, on its way to make and hit and then pass the all-time high of Bitcoin price. So double fingers crossed on that. We'll see what happens.